Welcome back to the Beast Speak blog. This is a series where I tell you what the Beast has been saying to me and how I overcame it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Beast is your addictive voice, the AV and AVRT of Jack Trimpe's Rational Recovery. If you can recognize that beast, then you can separate yourself from your urges, and that can result in immediate and lifelong abstinence. If you want to learn more about Rational Recovery or how to do AVRT, I'll link Virginia's story in the description box below. It's a good place to get started. I don't like to drive on highways. I hate the merging and the speeds are too fast. Well, the other day we were running late and my children's father suggested the highway. I knew we were going to miss our appointment if I didn't, and I was silently angry because it was his fault we were late. I kept saying to myself, I'm being forced to get on the expressway. I was becoming more and more unhinged as we got closer to the thruway. Then I remembered the power of choice. I said to myself, I can say no and we can reschedule the appointment. I could say no. I have a choice. I choose to get on the highway. And immediately a sense of power and volition ran through me. I did what I decided to do and I never second-guessed myself again. Choosing for yourself takes away all the doubt during the process. I learned about a psychological phenomenon called reactance this week. Reactance theory comes from the study of power and control. It's the root of reverse psychology. If you think a choice has been taken away from you, a fierce resistance rises up in you demanding that you hang on to that choice with all your strength. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, it did to me too. If a choice looks like it's about to be lost, the person's desire for it is all the more. This is easily seen as tension rises as the sale price countdown continues on Amazon, or the desire to have an object increases as an eBay auction is ending soon and you just got out of bed. The Bugs Bunny cartoon gives us a first-class education in reverse psychology. Daffy Duck felt the irresistible pull of the very thing he didn't want in the first place after Bugs got through with him. Your second choice flavor of ice cream seems more appealing if the threat of running out before you get to the front of the line becomes a risk. This is why you hear kids cry, I was just about to, but now I'm not going to, after you told them to clean their room. If a child doesn't feel like he has a choice to leave his room a mess, he will quickly resolve himself not to clean it. The importance placed on a particular freedom can determine the level of reactance you can expect. If the subject views the loss as inconsequential, it will not produce much reactance. The test you can do is to tell if you're free or not is to ask yourself, do I have a choice? If you don't have a choice, you're not free. Think about it. It's true. Studies show that sometimes even if the subject is just aware of your aim to coax them, the mere attempt to persuade them can be viewed as a threat to their freedom of choice and thereby increase reactance. Interestingly, though, researchers noted that if you gave like a precursory reassurance that they did not have to agree to what you've asked them to do, they were more likely to actually cooperate. Jack Trimpe always made it clear you could choose to listen or ignore the addictive voice. It's your choice to have a personal party rather than stay true to your promise. The choice is always yours. When you commit to the big plan to quit, it was you deciding, not some court of law. After learning about reactance theory, I realized that I was heavily driven by this force my entire life. It was the defining force in the creation of my personality, too. I don't care what anyone expects from me. I only do the things I choose to do. I think of myself as independent-minded, but maybe sometimes I was just doing the opposite of what was expected of me. I was feeling resentful of my automatic reactions, like, was I really deciding that not to do these things, or was it just my reactance guiding me? An uninfluenced choice is important to me. I want to be clear-eyed, as clear-eyed as possible when I make a decision. I've used what I've learned about reactance theory to step back and truly view what's influencing my decisions. Rational recovery teaches you how to keep a promise to yourself by identifying that hijacked addictive voice. The hijacked voice that tries to influence your choices by telling you that you have no choice. You can't live without it. I was thinking about how reactance has shaped me, and I came up with a concept called collecting keys. Some things just have to be done, and I hate that. I only want to do important things. But Jordan Peterson said once, to get your life in order, you might want to start doing the unimportant things, even if just to get momentum, even if it's just to prove you can. I have been in a state of reactance so long, I can't do unimportant things like the dishes, the garbage, and the laundry. I can't get myself to do what I don't want to do. That's reactance. I was thinking about this resistance in my own children. I was raising my kids to be stubbornly self-possessed. They know what they want and they're not afraid to say no. But I don't want them to struggle with the little things that have to be done every day the way I do. So how do I square up free will choice with real world obligations? Real world obligations you don't get to say no to, do you? Not if you want to have a handle on your life. The uninteresting, seemingly unimportant things have to be done. Unavoidable obligation. So I dwelt on the word obligation for a while. You guys know I love words. I looked up the synonyms, I compared the definitions, I looked into the etymology, and the word obligation comes from the Latin word legare. It means to bind. It's where we get the word ligature or legal. That's the rope you bind someone with, the ligature is. And that's when an image of Houdini popped into my head. And I pictured him trying to get out of that white straitjacket while chained up. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's me when I'm doing the dishes. Captive, not able to do what I want. And then I said, yeah, you're making yourself captive to the dishes. But you're also taking the place of your children's father so he doesn't have to be captive. Sacrifice. Choosing captivity. I thought about the story A Tale of Two Cities, where the look-alike stands in place of another at the end of the story, or the ultimate act of sacrifice when Jesus pays the price Adam incurred. I could do that. I could choose to hold myself captive for a purpose I deem worthy. A momentary prisoner so my children can have an ordered house shielded from the chaos where they can feel safe and at peace. And because I hold the key, when I'm done and free again, I get to keep the key as a token, like a trophy. Now when I resist not having a choice, I say, I can collect a key. And all that implies pours into my heart, and I have the strength to choose the right thing. Sacrificing for a greater purpose, collecting keys. It's a whole conversation within myself in a single phrase. It's like a meme, an entire idea embedded in an image. I hope you find this helpful and will be able to tell yourself to collect some keys and harness the power of every picture saying 1,000 words. Rule yourself, defeat the beast. I'm considering changing the series name, the Beast Speak blog, to Rule Yourself Radio. I don't know what you guys search to find me, but there are like 3 different spellings to the word imminent, and I want to make it easier by telling you how to remember the spelling of my channel with a phonetic mnemonic device. It's I am, like you're saying I'm, I apostrophe M, I am man, the spelling man, M-A-N, and the suffix E-N-T, and then of course the word passages, imminent passages. I hope that helps you find me. Please subscribe so you don't lose me. I'll see you again soon. Thank you.